Hey everyone, what's happening? Mai here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to install Weapons of the Third Era, which is a mod that will add 50 new weapons to Skyrim. So it doesn't replace any files, it just adds 50 new unique weapons from Morrowind basically. And the good thing about this mod is it's really easy to install, and it's also one of those mods that isn't going to screw up your game because basically it's easy to install, it's easy to remove, and it doesn't affect existing files. So to download it, you're going to have to go to the Skyrim Nexus page, and I'll have a link for it in the description below. But once you're here, just click this little Files button, and once that loads up, you can actually just download it through here. So it is about 90 megs, so I've already got it downloaded. But once you have it downloaded, you need to go to your Skyrim folder. So inside your Skyrim folder, go to Data, and then open up your Weapons of the Third Era WinRAR file. So once you're in, you'll notice that there's two things, Data and Weapons of the Third Era optional files. Data is really the only thing you need if you just want to install the mod and go. The optional files I will go into later. So as you can see, inside the data folder, there is two folders and a file, meshes, textures, and weapons of the third era.esp. So all you have to do is just copy all of these over at once, and because we do have a meshes and a textures folder, you are going to have to merge them. But just keep in mind, it does not replace anything. So once this is done, really easy to uninstall as well. Go into meshes, there will be a folder called 74_W, shift delete that, the mod is gone, but you also have to make sure you delete 74_W from textures as well. And last but not least, you will have to remove weapons of the third era.esp. So once you have all of those copied over, when you open up the Skyrim launcher, when you go into data files, you will see weapons of the third era.esp. Just make sure that has a tick next to it, otherwise the game won't actually load it. Now, about these optional files. Once again, these are really easy to install, but basically they just changed the textures of the weapons. So as some of you might have known from like Oblivion and Morrowind, things like that, the glass weapons and the glass armor kind of had this green hint to it. So if you want that original green color, you're just going to have to copy the textures over here from this folder into the textures folder here. If you'd prefer just the normal Skyrim style glass texture weapons, you just have to copy the textures from here into there. And if you want the no leveled list ESP, and there's no real reason to use this, I guess. It's mainly if you're kind of having mod conflicts, but as far as I can tell, there isn't any mod conflicts at this point in time. So for the most part, you just need to worry about this data folder here. Now I'm going to show it off in game. I'm going to show you how to get the weapons, and I'm also going to show you how to spawn the weapons in, if you just want to have a look at them, have a play around. So one of the ways to acquire the weapons added by this mod is from vendors. So an example of one of the weapons you can actually buy from a vendor is the Steel Scimitar. So as you can see here, this is one of the new unique weapons added to our Skyrim from this mod. And the price is pretty fair, the damage is also pretty well balanced, and so is the weight. So this mod isn't going to be, make you overpowered or, kind of break any of the existing game mechanics. You can also craft some of the items, such as the Iron Katana, the Iron Nadachi, things like that. And they also will drop from some enemy mobs. Now keep in mind, there are a couple of unique weapons that you can only get if you meet certain requirements, and all those things can be found inside the readme, which I'll also post a link to. Now, last but not least, if you're having trouble getting an item, it's really bugging you can't get it, you want to spawn it in, or even if you just want to check out the weapons and you want to spawn them in, really simple. Here's how you do it, and keep in mind that the codes that I use will probably be different to you. So I'm going to teach you how to find out your unique weapon codes and how to... Okay, so if you want to give yourself an item, first, like I said before, is you need to find what the item number is. So to do this, just hit the tilde key. So that's the key just above the tab button and to the left of the number 1. And that will open up the console. So once you have this open, type in help, and then you want to type in the name of the item that you want to find. So this is just going to find all items with this name. So the first one we're actually going to be searching up is going to be the Nadachi. So the Nadachi is just the name of the sword, and there is a whole heap of different types of Nadachi included in this mod, basically ranging from iron up to Daedric. So type in help Nadachi 4, and you'll see here it gives me a list of all the weapons that have Nadachi in the name. So we got iron, steel, silver, and Daedric. So if we want to give ourselves this Daedric Nadachi, because why not, type in player.add item space, and then you just type in the code that you see here. Now just keep in mind it will probably be different for you, so make sure you do use that help command. So 020747A1. Whoops, and as you can see, I made a mistake. This thing is actually a little bit touchy, so you have to go player.add_item. Once again, enter the item code, and you also have to include how many of the item you want at the end of it. So player.add_item space item code space the number that you want. So I'll take 5. As you can see, 5 Daedric Nadachi have been added, and if I go into my inventory, go into my weapons, you'll see that I have 5 of these, and they look mean. Anyway, if this video helped, be sure to give it a thumbs up, favorite, and subscribe, and be sure to go check this out over at the Skyrim Nexus and give some